Okay, I am doing a reading here on United States inflation, and I just want to look and see if this is about to skyrocket out of control. Look at the price of eggs and see how anything going wrong can fucking completely, make this shit go crazy. Now, I already shuffled these and had some technical difficulties as I attempted the first crack at this reading. So these two are already established. We've got the Magician over the top of the Three of Pentacles, and we're looking at United States inflation. So the Magician right away is saying it has many arms, right? The inflation kind of has its finger in many pies, so to speak, which, of course, um, it's also very powerful. And here there is something about the observance. Like a lot of people are looking at it. I mean, of course, because it's going to screw everybody over. Now, the magician is on top of the reversed Three of Pentacles. This is cooperation, collaboration, successful and creative. This is when the collaboration is neither successful nor creative. So where these things would normally be clicking and working together really well, they are no longer. All right, let's just look on the either side of the magician. I guess we'll do a timeline here and let's see what led up to this and then we'll see where it goes. Okay. Interesting. Well, I think this is a good sign. The Page of Cups here, because the Page of Cups is not a permanent energy. So I think the Page of Cups here is saying, I mean, the inflation is very powerful and far reaching, but the Page of Cups is going to show a temporary energy. Now, what led up to the Magician, the Ace of Swords? This is saying willpower, and it would also imply that the inflation was done on purpose. Um, Now, on the other side, Page of Cups, because it's a page and specifically of cups, this is meant to heal or help somebody. And then once that job is accomplished, then these two energies come apart. The fish swims back away into the sea after the Page of Cups saves them and brings them back to the water. So this looks like it will be a temporary inflation, but it has a specific purpose, and it will end when that purpose is accomplished. Okay, so what is the purpose of the inflation? We don't have the top card coming out. We got one of these kind of in the middle, and it's anxiety. Okay, so this is basically saying the inflation is meant to fuck with our heads and it's meant to make us nervous. Like the Eight of Swords is anxiety as this person is trapped, and the moon is fucking with their head. In this case, the Magician, which is the inflation. So it's meant to cause anxiety in the American people. I mean, I'm assuming it's in the American people. Maybe it isn't, right? Maybe it isn't the people that it's meant to make nervous. Maybe it's like the government or fucking the banks or whatever. I don't know. Actually, let's take a peek at that. Like, who is represented here? And we get another eight. The Eight of Cups. Okay, so to me, this actually isn't very clear, but it looks like the same person. This is the same figure in both of these cards, and I would have no reason to read that figure as, say, the government or the fucking banks or whoever. So I guess I would take this as it's meant to cause anxiety in the people. Hmm. All right. So the Page of Cups kind of establishes that it is temporary, but what I do want to see is how long and how fucking bad does it get. So I guess first we'll see how long this inflation is going to continue or increase. And we get a reversed Two of Cups and a Three of Cups. I'm guessing the number 23 is the deal. When I look at this, I do think March, just because that's the third month, but a 23, 23 and me. Um, boy, that's tricky. I'm going to say March. So, because we've got the Cups cards, we're talking about America, right? So, we're in the northern hemisphere, which means that the spring is when the water actually melts and begins to flow. So, I'm just going to say that's March. Feel free to read this in any other way, though. What we get is the reverse Two of Cups, and the Two of Cups is about a moment, like harmonizing in a moment. In this case, the Two of Cups reversed is about not being open to what is there in the moment. And then also a Three of Cups, which is a group of people getting through some fucking awful shit. I'm reading that as March. Now, let's see how bad does it get in these next 3 months or whatever on a scale of something to something else because we're using tarot cards here. So, 7 of Swords. How bad does it get? Bad enough to push people to doing stupid shit. And that is probably the truth, right? But in the 7 of Swords, this is a jester, and the jester feels compelled to do a trick. So they fucking whip out these swords, right? But this sword is about to break, or the rope, I mean, is about to break up there. They're being pushed to do something maybe that is not a good idea that they haven't had time to plan or go through. So, uh, that is probably the deal. Now, if you put this all together and they achieve their objective, this is saying in the spring and probably in March that people are going to be pushed to doing stupid shit. And that has happened in a bunch of cities already. So, hopefully, I'm not in one of the cities where the people start acting like this. But maybe it'll be more far reaching. That's what we get for now. And this would say not only would the inflation continue to, increase and be a big deal, but it would go until at least March or in the spring sometime, and it would go until people start acting a fool. If you have any other ideas on this, feel free to let me know. And that's what we have for now. Peace.